Hello, everybody. My name is Bláthnaid Treacy. I hope this is okay because I can't see anybody. So I'm going to presume that this is all good. So my name is Bláthnaid Treacy and I am an ambassador for Walk in My Shoes. Let me just see. I just want to make sure that we're all technically all good. I'm just going to message Amanda here and just say that we are okay. All good. So, okay, here we go. So yes, my name's Bláthnaid Treacy. Sorry, some technical issues this morning. And I'm an ambassador for Walk in My Shoes. And Walk in My Shoes is delighted to welcome you all to its first ever WIMS Live, an exciting week-long program of online events and activities to mark World Mental Health Day on the 10th of October. So we're putting the spotlight on mental health and we're coming to you all this week. There's so many amazing things happening. We're going to tell you all about that in just a minute. So WIMS Live aims to bring people together after what has been an incredibly challenging year for everybody and shine a light on the things we can all do to look after ourselves and each other, which is obviously really, really important. So we've lined up some brilliant presenters, some special guests and mental health ambassadors for a diverse interactive program across a variety of channels, from live streams and online events to podcasts and social media takeovers. There is just so much going on, but I'm going to introduce you all now to Paul Gilligan. This is the CEO of St. Patrick's Mental Health Services.
So I'm hoping that I'm live now. Bláthnaid, thanks very much. I'd have to say I'm really excited about this initiative. As people will know, this week St. Patrick's Mental Health Services has normally run the radio station, and this year we had to adapt. But I think the communications team have come up with a fantastic alternative, which is a series of webinars that will run throughout the week. The balance is just fantastic. We have skills-based webinars, and so this morning we're going to be joined by Mercy College Coolock, which is actually a college I know very well, having been born and raised in Coolock. We have each morning we have a yoga or a mindfulness session. We've also got plenty of input from service users who really have a very important part to play in this whole week, because being able to hear their experiences and their stories of recovery makes such a difference. We also have a number of professionals who will talk a little bit about the skills and the therapies that are there to help people with mental health difficulties. And lastly, I think this year in particular, we've got a really strong representation from storytellers. So we're going to have plenty of readings. We're going to have really well-known authors who, again, have always made a significant contribution to our work on mental health awareness. So it's a really exciting program. It's interesting that it not only marks World Mental Health Day, but indeed it's come at a time when the government are talking about reintroducing more serious restrictions around COVID. And it's quite an interesting time psychologically for us all. Clearly, there are many challenges, particularly being brought about by things like lockdowns. People's way of life indeed has been changed. Their businesses are being affected. But probably the most impactful thing is the whole impact on our social networks, our socializing. And I don't think we've seen the true psychological impact of that as yet. During the week, we'll be hearing from people who talk more specifically about that. But I think really, and I don't know, maybe I know many people will experience what I experienced last night when I heard we're back to lockdown. I just felt, you know, this is what is happening here. There's a sense of anxiety, there's a sense of foreboding, and yet deep down we also know we have got the psychological resilience and the emotional well-being to be able to get through this. I think uncertainty doesn't help, but I think that it's going to be a really interesting week, because one of the main focuses of the week will be exploring what skills we need, what psychological mindset we need to be able to cope with and deal with the challenges presented by COVID. I think it's, you know, these challenges are not going away. But I also think it's important to remember that we do have a lot of resilience that we can draw off when these things happen. I just want to finish up by saying thanks to everybody. Our communications team in particular, led by Tamara Nolan, I mean, they do a fantastic job throughout the year, but I suppose it culminates in the week that we run the radio station, and this year it culminates in this really special event. I want to thank all the participants, particularly Bláthnaid, because she's taken on a lot of responsibility for this week, but also because she's such an important ambassador for us. I want to thank all the schools and the teachers who've gotten involved, Mercy College in particular, because they're kicking off, and I know they're waiting to start their session. And I also want to thank all the people who participate in this. It can be difficult to find time to concentrate on your mental health when there's so much else happening. But it's really important that people participate, because building awareness and highlighting people's right to have the opportunity to live a mentally healthy life is so important. Lastly, I suppose I also want to thank all of the staff here at St. Patrick's Mental Health Services. They've adapted so well to what's been happening. We have a new home care service which has been extremely effective, and many people have utilised that over the last few months. So enjoy the week. I'll be joining the session on mental health in the workplace, but enjoy and make the most of it. There's a huge amount of content. There's a huge amount of really important stuff, but the most important thing will be participation from those people who are engaging with this process. So please ask questions, make your comments, and make the most of the opportunities we have. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much, Paul. And you're absolutely right. This is going to be a week jam-packed full of all sorts of great stuff. There's so many resources available to us, and well done to the whole team who've put together such an incredible week of activities and ways that we can all interact with each other, but stay safe at home as well. So well done to all of you. And now I want to say thank you to everybody at Mercy College Coolock for participating. So I believe that Miss Byrne and the students, they are standing by from their well-being committee. They're going to be doing a live yoga session. So guys, take it away.
Hello. Hope everybody can hear me. We have unfortunately got the masks on. We are 2 meters apart. Welcome to Mercy College Coolock. It's a beautiful morning here in the sunny Dublin 5. I'm here with some of my girls from the Wellbeing Committee. These girls, who are all very modest, set up an Instagram page during lockdown. That was a great source of connection and entertainment, and just generally a place for teachers and students to make a show of themselves publicly for the entertainment of others during the lockdown. And I think everybody's very grateful for them. But so today we're here to do just a little 15-minute yoga session. So you could do this session in the morning to energize yourself, in the evening to wind down. Depending on what time of the day you do more standing up bits if you want to wake up, and more sitting down parts if you are going to bed. Okay, so we'll get going by warming up. We're going to warm up all the joints. So you're just going to start rolling your ankles. So we're rolling the left ankle. If you hear some cracks, don't worry about it. That's all normal. And then going back the other way. We just got a bit of warmth into the body. We've all the windows open here. We're freezing. And the other foot. I'm going to go in one direction. And then back the other way. Everybody's joining in up off the couch at this point. Okay, so now hands on your knees. We're going to make circles with the knees. As I said, we all enjoy looking ridiculous here. And then back the other way. And next the hips. So you're going to imagine you have a big hula hoop. Just trying to move the hips in big circles. And back the other way. And now to really get warm, we're just going to move the arms. So everybody making sure that they're standing more than at least 2 meters. And if you're doing this, you can try and just do a little bang on your kidneys and your lungs, just waking up the organs a little bit and try and get faster and faster. You feel like you're going to take off, and then we'll slow it back down a little bit. And we're feeling a little bit warmer. And we'll just loosen out the shoulders as we come into mountain pose. So taking your right shoulder up as far as it'll go, and then release it back down. And if you look, you'll notice, look at everybody else, you'll notice one shoulder is lower than the other. So we'll even it out to the other side. Right up at your ear, and then back down. 2 shoulders up, roll them back, and the head. So we're going to take the ear to the left shoulder. Don't move the shoulder. That's right, not left. Back to the middle, and to the left. Right back behind you. And then folding forward. Okay, so because we're only going to do a short routine, we're going to do 2 sun salutations. One slowly to stretch and warm up, and one more quickly to get us even more warm. So we're going to start off in mountain pose. So girls, you'll stand at the top of your mats. I'll kind of stand in the middle of mine. And mountain pose does what it says. It's how we should stand. So if you have a look at your feet, so you should be standing using all parts of your feet. If you lift your toes up off the mat, you shouldn't wobble. That's how you know your feet are right. Next, we're checking the pelvis. So the pelvis is like a bowl or a basin. You're going to see pour all your water out the front of it. Pour all the water out the back. And keep doing this, slowly adjusting till you get to the middle and the pelvis is in the right place. Now we check that our hips are in line with our ribs. So just take your finger from the bone on your hips to the bone in your ribs. See they're in line. Shoulders pointing forward. We might just need to do the roll again just to put the shoulders in the right place and chin down a little bit. And from here, now normally I would check the mountains, but I don't think I'm allowed to touch people now with cold. Okay, so we're going to start from here and we are going to inhale, taking the arms up. Exhale, bend your knees, folding forward till your hands are on the ground. Now straighten your legs as much as or as little as you can, but keeping your hands on the ground. So keep the knees bent as much as you need to. Let go of your hands and just swinging out of your elbows. And just swinging from side to side. Letting your head and your arms be really heavy. And put the hands back down. Take your left leg back behind you. And coming up on your knees like you're about to propose. So we'll get out the ring. I'm pushing forward into that knee so you're feeling the stretch along your right leg. And to put both hands down. Now this, I'll show you this sideways in the next way around. So you're turning your back toe under, straightening out that back leg. Keep your arms nice and wide so you have room for your shoulders. The other leg comes back behind it. And we're in plank. So straight line between the top of your head and your heels in plank. Then let your knees drop down. Bring the bum back. Elbows down. Chin, chest, coming through into cobra. From here, come back up onto all fours. Turn your toes under. And coming up and back with your heel. This is our first downward dog of the day. So keep your knees bent. And maybe just walk your feet a little bit. Now, lift your right leg up in the air and swing it through your hands. Put the knee back down. Coming back up. Both hands in front of you in prayer. And we are taking the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. We just did a bit of a twist. Twists are always good in the morning. These kind of twists are very good for our lung health. We're creating space in our lungs. And both hands back down. 2 legs together. Rolling up nice and slowly. Hands together. And back down. Now I'm going to do this one sideways when we're doing it with the other leg. Okay. The girls should be able to see me. So we are going, as usual, inhale, arms up. Exhale. Bend your knees, fold them forward. Straighten your legs as much as you can. Just swing in there for a second. Both hands down over. And this time, left leg, girls. Yeah, left leg back. This Burn struggles with her right and her left. Oh, so we're coming again, we're proposing again. Stretching, feeling the stretch on front of the back thigh. Push into that. Both hands down. Turn the back toe under and straighten that leg. Now take the other leg back to meet it. And you should be in a straight line from the tip of your head to your heels. Knees down. Bum back. Come up onto all 4. Oh, sorry. Nearly forgot my cobra. Elbows down, chin, chest, coming up into cobra. Back onto all 4s. And up into downward dog. You can keep the knees bent if you want it. It's about getting your hips up and back, not about getting your legs straight. Okay, we're lifting the left leg up. Coming through. Knee back down. Hands together in prayer. And we are right elbow to the outside of the left knee. And just getting a nice twist in. Okay, both hands back down. Feet together. And rolling yourself up really slowly. Head last. Okay, we're going to do that once more on each side, but just a little bit faster. Okay, so here we go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend your knees, folding forward. Left leg back behind you. Knee down, pushing forward with the arms up this time, nice yoga arms. Hands down, back leg straight, the other leg back to meet it. Push into your heels. Knees down, bum back, elbows down. Chin, chest, rolling up into cobra. Back onto all 4s, up into downward dog. Making plenty of space with your arms, lifting, right leg up and through your legs. Now this time, I'm going to leave my back leg straight for the challenge. You can put it down if you want. It's up to you. I'm going to come up, bring the hands together in prayer, and twist. And both hands down, feet together, rolling yourself back up, and back down. Okay, last time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend your knees, folding forward. Straightening the legs as much as they'll go. What leg am I going back? Left? Right. And arms up. You're not going to do the same way twice, huh?
I think it's right, yeah.
Huh?
I think it's right.
Eve's a dancer. She's good with her right and left. Hands down. Back leg straight. Take the other one back to meet it. Might spend a little time in plank now. It's our last one. What do you think, girls? No. Okay, knees. Bum back. Elbows down. Rolling through into cobra. Back up into downward dog. Which leg, Niamh?
Right. On our left.
Left, up, coming through. You can leave the back leg straight now. Come up, bringing the hands together, and twist. Hands down, feet together, and slowly rolling yourself back, and hands down. We just take a minute to get our breath back. It's hard with the mask, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can have a yoga class without tree pose. So we start off and we make sure that we're in good mountains. Take your toes off, so make sure that your feet are steady. Now, you can start at your ankle. If your ankle is steady, you can bring your foot to your calf. If you're feeling very balanced, you can go all the way to your thigh. Not your knee, because you can hurt yourself. So bring the hands together. Find something on the ground that doesn't move. And when you're ready, zip up your core muscles and grow your branches. And let them float in the breeze. Hands together. And back down. Now, one leg might feel more stuck into the ground than the other, so we'll balance it out. This is my bad leg, so I may wobble. Okay, so we can start at the ankle. We can do the calf, or you can come all the way up to your thigh. Now, normally I would have no socks on, but the girls are horrified by my bare feet. So we have a little slide effect going on. Growing the branches and letting them float in the breeze. And hands together, coming back down. And now we're going to come all the way up onto our tippy toes. Make ourselves as tall as possible. Arms together. And as slowly as you can, make it drop all the way down to the ground. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Take your feet as wide as they need to go to get your heels in the ground. And this is a great pose for your lower back. You're sitting in a chair, probably a home office chair that isn't really meant to be sat in all day long. Maybe just take some time out in this pose, eat your lunch in it, watch the telly. Girls are like, stop talking, let's let us down. Relax back onto you. And we'll take the soles of your feet together. Now, just a reminder here, actually, sorry, the knees together. Just a reminder on how to sit. We all have sit bones in our bum. My age, it's a little bit harder to find them than it might be for younger people. So you find the pointy bone, you make sure that that's what's on the ground, and that's what you're sitting on. So no matter what, and then from there, you'll just grow up straight. You keep those bones, your sit bones in the ground, you'll sit up straight. So now take the soles of your feet together. If you can, keep your hands on your ankles, grand. If not, put them wherever they'll go. And you're just willing your knees to the ground. You're not pushing them or flapping them, just pushing them down. Don't forget to sit up straight. And relax. Let the left leg go out straight in front of you. And keep the right knee up. Actually, sorry, we'll let that right knee come. I don't know how much you can see on there, but so we have the right knee kind of as close to the ground as you can get it. Making sure you're still sitting up straight. Bring the arms up over your head and folding forward. Leave your hands wherever they'll stop. It's not about getting your hands on your feet. It's not, you don't want to curl your back. You want to be hinging at the hips. Ultimately, You'd be getting your stomach onto your thighs after about 20 years. And if I were doing this at night time, I would spend a good minute in this pose. It just cools your body down and makes you sleepy. And come back up. We don't want anyone sleepy yet. So we'll take this same right knee, cross it over the left thigh. Now hold on to your right knee with your left hand. Starting to sound like a twister. And keep yourself up straight with the other hand. Now, for my ladies here, we are going to be twisting towards the window, okay? So twisting your belly button first. So twist, twist, twist as far as that'll go. Then your ribs, then your shoulders. Then you can hook the arm onto the outside if you want to do the fancy yoga pose. And this is waking up all our organs. And let go and just unwind. And we're going to do the same on the other side. Bring the foot in. Make sure you're still sitting up straight. Make sure you're still in your sit bones. Arms up. And folding forward. If you feel any pain in the back of your knee, just bend your knee. You should never feel that in there. And coming up. And we're going to twist on this side now. So this is what? Left, thanks. Left over the right. We're taking the right hand, the outside, twisting your belly button. So we're twisting towards the blank wall. So twisting the belly button, twisting the ribs, taking your elbow to the outside if you want. And the last thing you do is look behind. This is the photograph. And untwist. Now, what I'm going to do one more pose here with the girls, and then we'll do a Shavasana probably privately after we leave the Zoom. And I would suggest that anybody who's following us at home just takes a minute or two, maybe listen to a meditation, or maybe just listen to your own breath, and do your Shavasana, corpse pose we call it. The most important part of every yoga class is just letting all that energy settle at the end of it. So we're going to finish up with windscreen wipers, which is obviously the technical yoga name for it. So you're lying on your back with your arms out, crucifix style. You're going to stack your knees on top of each other, take them out to the right, and your head twists to the left. And back to the middle. And to the other side. And back to the middle. And in preparation for Shavasana, straighten out your legs, take your arms in a little bit, hands stretched up to the ceiling. At this point, I would normally turn the lights off, close the curtains. I'll do that when we're alone again. So thanks very much, everybody, for joining us here in Mercy College. I hope you enjoyed our yoga class, and I hope you have a great rest of the week.
That was fantastic. Thank you so much. Thank you to everybody at Mercy College Coolock for participating. And I have to say, I myself really did actually get into yoga during the kind of darkest days of lockdown back in April and in March as well. And I've kind of tried to stay with it, and it's been amazing for anxiety and for kind of calming me down. And it really is, it's just something amazing that we can all do. And it's something so simple. We can all look at videos online, and there's so many different resources resources out there. But thank you so much to everybody at Mercy College, and especially to Miss Byrne as well. That was great. So thank you to everybody for tuning in, and we hope that you all enjoyed it. We've got a full program of WIMS Live with lots of different content for everybody, whether you're at home, at work, or in the classroom. We're going to have something for absolutely everybody, including teacher tributes, a reading corner, interviews and podcasts with influential people. And to finish off the school week on Friday, the 9th of October, you can tune in to an interactive, student-friendly webinar hosted by Owen McDermott, with which he's going to engage with young people on how science and biology affects mental health. So you can check out the full schedule on walkinmyshoes/WIMS Live. Guys, thank you so much for joining us this morning, and it's a pleasure to be an ambassador. I always enjoy working with St. Patrick's Mental Health and the Walk in My Shoes campaign as well. So enjoy the rest of your day, and I'm going to be doing an Instagram takeover later on between 6 and 7 as well. Okay, bye.